Hey guys, this is Butch. I want to welcome you to Lincoln's Birthplace. Now, it's kind of a long story as to how we got here. We were actually going to an art park today to take the grandbabies, and somehow the directions gave us this weird back road kind of adventure, and then we realized we were closer to here than we were to the art park. So we stopped, and wouldn't you know it, it's one of those days. The park is closed on Mondays, but still, the kids are running around. We can say that we were at the birthplace of Lincoln. Now, you can say that you've seen Lincoln's birthplace, and I'm going to I'm going to ask you to kind of help me learning a story that I'm going to be doing with a group of internationals on Wednesday. So, in just a few moments, get your thinking caps on because I'm going to need some help. So this is a story that I'm going to be doing on Wednesday via a Zoom call. And tomorrow, my wife's mother is moving here to Lexington, which we're very excited about. But got all day today and all day tomorrow. I'm going to be busy doing things, so I thought I might get you all to help me a little bit. My story is from Genesis chapter 41, verses 50 through 57. I'm going to go through the story with you one time first to, again, just kind of demonstrate. It's Memory Monday, so kind of demonstrate how we learn the story. 2 sons were born to Joseph before the years of famine came. Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, a priest at On, bore those children to Joseph. Joseph named the firstborn Manasseh and said, God has made me forget all my hardship and my whole family. And the second son he named Ephraim, and said, God has made me fruitful in the land of my affliction. Then the 7 years of abundance in the land of Egypt came to an end, and the 7 years of famine began, just as Joseph had said. There was famine in every land, but in the whole land of Egypt there was food. Then the whole land of Egypt was stricken with famine. The people cried out to Pharaoh for food. And Pharaoh told all of Egypt, go to Joseph and do whatever he tells you to do. Now the famine had spread across the whole region. So Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold grain to the Egyptians, for the famine was severe in the land of Egypt. Every land came to Joseph in Egypt to buy grain, for the famine was severe in every land. So as I'm learning this story, one of the first things is I'm going to have a hard time getting Asenath, daughter of Potiphar. That's going to be something I'm going to have to lock into my head. And then Joseph starts by naming Manasseh, explaining what the name means, and he named Ephraim and explains what the name means. Then the 7 years of abundance came to an end. 7 years of famine began. The famine in the whole land. In the land of Egypt there was food. People in the land of Egypt came to Pharaoh and came to Joseph. Then it said people from everywhere came. So as I'm learning this story, I'm going to kind of go, I'm going to kind of keep those things in my head. But I'm wondering, as you listen to this story and as you learn this story, what are some things that stand out to you? Who are some of the characters? Just my initial reading, I'm thinking, so he is married to Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On. So Joseph ended up marrying the daughter of apparently a priest of a leading religion there in Egypt. So I'm just, as I'm just thinking about initial questions as I go through this, I'm just wondering, all right, where might he have gotten that daughter? Could this have been Pharaoh arranging this marriage? Almost certainly, I think it might have been, but what might that teach me about Pharaoh? So even though he is not a character at this part of the story, I'm going to dig beyond just what the story tells me. And the fact that God still honors this marriage, and God uses this woman to bring about two a non-Hebrew woman. He uses her to bring about 2 of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's pretty awesome. So what might that teach me about God, right? And so as I dig through the story, I'm just going to be looking at some of those questions, not necessarily that are right there in the story, right? But I'm going to be thinking beyond what is the obvious and dig a little bit. So I would like to challenge you guys. This will be a shorter video today, but I would like to challenge you to go through this story and see what questions pop out to you. What might we learn about a character from what they said, they did, or they chose? Did they have other choices? Because even in Joseph's first statement, the naming of Manasseh, God has made me forget all my hardship and my whole family. So does that tell us anything about Joseph and his mental condition as far as his, where he was at with his family? Was this still up to this point? Had this been a struggle for him? I mean, might this tell us anything that he was thinking about when he was in prison or when he was sold into Potiphar's house? Just, and again, there's not going to be a "thus saith the Lord" here, but there are some indications, I think, that could give us a little bit better, well-rounded picture of Joseph. One of the things we tend to do is we tend to make all our Bible characters perfect with no faults, and that's just not true. That's not the way it works. It's except for Jesus. And so as I'm digging in stories, especially with somebody that I respect so much, like Joseph, I do want to look for those things that might make him more human. So as you see those things in this story, I would love to hear from you in the comment section. And again, maybe even beyond that, because I may do this story again. So anything you all add could help. And if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, would appreciate any help we can get there. So until the next time, keep on telling those Bible stories.